Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all for the 852nd meeting of Chennai Toastmasters Club. The mission of Chennai Toastmasters Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in great personal growth and self-confidence. Before moving into meeting, I would like to brief certain rules to be followed. Please make sure that your mobile phone is in a silent mode. Those who attend the meeting online, please make sure that you are sitting in a silent atmosphere for a better meeting experience. Please do not talk the three topics, which is politics, sex, and religion. With this, I hand over the proceeding to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana is the current president of our club. He is electrical engineer by profession and electrical engineer by qualification and software engineer by profession. So I welcome Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Good evening, Toastmasters, guests, and my dear friends. You all know what day was yesterday, right? Wednesday, yes. So, how many of you got, other than CTM official group, how many got wishing my message of wishes for Wednesday? There are many groups. Messages, maybe after 12 people realize it's a mistake. Probably the reason is we are celebrating Wednesday and all the days, so there's not one particular day we need to celebrate. So I'll take it as a compliment that way. There's also one more important day yesterday. It was World Toilet Day. Yeah, World Toilet Day. So it was, though it looks very funny, but it was, there is a purpose for it, but they started in 2013 by World Health Organization. There was one instrumental in doing this, and one person from Singapore started this World Toilet Day. Because to bring in awareness about the world sanitation, there are close to 1.3 billion people in this world without proper sanitation, and that's one of the reasons they do it. Because I personally know in my school days, there are many kids, especially girls, they didn't continue education because of poor sanitation in the schools. That is one of the main reasons for people not continuing. The main reason for people not continuing education. Hygiene, sanitation hygiene is very, very important. And even in India, we have a lot of programs to do that, like Swachh Bharat. So, just to remind that today, and with that message, let me formally declare open today's meeting of Chennai Toastmasters Club, meeting number 85. And before we formally start the meeting, we have a few guests here and also online. Let's start with guests here. Ma'am, I know your name, you can introduce yourself. If you want, you can come here.
Good evening, everyone. It is really very interesting for me to recall my previous Toastmasters journey, coming all the way here to attend a meeting that in one of the clubs which was started very happy and proud to be part of this meeting today. And I hope I get on well, and if all goes well, maybe join your club. Okay, I would like to visit few more clubs as well. So I think maybe if this is the choice for me, surely I'll be here. And wish all the speakers a great journey of this has been really very good for me, because I have done up to my ALB and ACB when I was there, and I was a very, very active member. But then last 3 years, I have totally lost touch with Toastmasters. So maybe I need to kickstart, and it's time for that. The new year is coming. Wish all your new goals are achieved, and I'm happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Like, yeah, we have this CCL has gone. We are having this. Welcome to the club. Please stay in this meeting and observe the meeting, and we may need your feedback. We have one more guest. Can you please come forward, or you can say from there, introduce yourself. Maybe I'll call you at the end of the meeting to give you feedback. Either way. Savi Savat. You can come.
Good evening, all Toastmasters. My name is Sameer Saval. I recently shifted to Chennai from Mumbai, and I'm working in DLF IT Park 4. So I was a member of, not an active member of Mumbai Toastmasters Club, and recently shifted to Mumbai. So I thought I should join here. I have lots of time because I'm staying alone here, and so I have time to spend and learn many things. So my expectation is to be good at public speaking and improve my communication skills. That's why I'm here. So hope I'll join this club very soon. Thank you so much.
It will be better if we come here. So people, there are people online also, they can see. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Gerard, and this is my first Toastmasters event. I didn't even know how to go about it, so I was looking up about public speaking and anything. So I came across the Toastmasters club, and I was supposed to come in last week, but I don't really have a clue if I'm going the right way, if I have to register or so on and so forth. But so I made my way here today, and I hope I'm at the right place and the registration. Yeah, I'm actually just to Chennai. So as his name, but the people said that he has a little bit of time, and so do I have a little time myself. So trying to hone in on those skills and obviously learn from all of you guys and make a contribution. So I'm really love to learn a lot more because it's just my first time here. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. There are some more online. Okay, Shami is gone. That's right. Okay, let's start this meeting at this time to begin the actual meeting. So to do so, we have Toastmaster of the day who will be the MC for this meeting. And today's Toastmaster of the day is our Toastmaster Palisami, who is the current Sergeant Towns, the PPM elect, and he is leather technologist and is very active Toastmaster for the past more than 1 year. So I welcome Toastmaster Palisami.
Thank you. Good evening. I am Palisami. Everyone, Toastmasters know how the meeting is conducted. For the benefit of guests, I would like to brief how the meeting. The meeting consists of 3 segments. The first is prepared speech segment, where the prepared speeches are delivered by speakers, which is supported by their mentors. So this is the first segment. Second is the most interesting segment, which is table topic session. So the table topic master will to the topic. So as to pick the topic, you can deliver the speech. The third section is evaluation, where the prepared speeches will be evaluated by evaluators. So this is the normal pattern of the meeting, and we will be having the meeting the same pattern. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is another interesting day. Today is World Children's Day. So this is quite different from what we celebrate or observe in India. This is observed. This is established by United Nations. The first established in 1954 to promote international togetherness, awareness among children worldwide, and improving children's. The focus issues for this is right to life for children, right for education, right for healthcare, protection of children from violence and not to be discriminated against. So for this day was established. We will look more detail in the upcoming time. Now I would like to call a general evaluator, Yuvraj, Toastmaster Yuvraj, to conduct the next segment. Toastmaster Yuvraj is working in HCL Technologies. He is from Chennai Speakers Forum. He is interested in politics and travel, and he has a YouTube channel which is UB Speaks. With this, I call Toastmaster Yuvraj to take over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Palmisami. Good evening, everyone, offline as well as online. It's good to be back here at CPM after a long time. I was here a few weeks back again, but good to be back here as a role player, especially taking the role of a general evaluator. It gives me a chance to evaluate CPM after a long time. So as a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the meeting in whole. To assist me, I have a set of role players. As the Toastmaster of the day was already mentioning, we have a set of speech evaluators who will evaluate the prepared speeches. And also I have a set of team called TAG, T-A-G, timer, R-counter, and grammarian. So the role of timer, to explain the role of the timer, I would like to call Toastmaster Renuka to explain the role of the timer. Toastmaster Renuka, can you hear us? Okay, meanwhile, while we get her back online, I would like to call the R counter. He needs no introduction as he was already introduced by the Sergeant at Arms. I would like to call Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana to explain the role of R counter.
Thank you. Being once again Toastmasters, and guess now I'm representing myself as an accounter. As a accounter, I used to note down the word sounds that are used as breadth or past filler by any speakers, be it prepared speaker or table topic speaker, or even evaluators. So during the meeting, I've listened for overused words, including and, well, but, so, you know. I'll also listen for filler sounds like and So I will note down this when each speaker speaks, and I will make a report, and I will submit the report when called upon to each and every. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. The third role play in the tag team is the grammarian. So to play this role, we have Toastmaster Abhilash. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Abhilash. Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
They say that the grammarian plays the role of an English teacher and not without cause. So in that sense, today my duty towards you is going to be twofold. The first thing, I present the usages of grammar and put on it towards the end. And there's a catch. I'm also going to take in the bad usages of grammar and put it towards the end of the meeting. The second duty of mine today is to introduce you all to the word of the day. The word of the day today is brag. Anyone knows what bragging is? Fairly easy, right? Speaking proudly about something that we have all done. For example, he bragged about the high rank that he got in IIT JEE or something. So those are examples. I encourage you all to use the word of the day in your speeches and in whatever manner possible. I'll report on the word of the day count as well towards the end. That's it from me. Back to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. As you can see, there's a slight change in the agenda. As you see, Toastmaster Abhilash is doing the role of the Italian. And since the timer Venuka has some technical issues, Toastmaster Naveen is pitching in the timer. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster.
Hello, Toastmasters and my dear guests. As a timer, my role is to indicate how much time consumed by a speaker. For example, if your speech is allotted to 5 to 7 minutes, then I will show the green card at 5th minute, yellow card at 6th minute, and I will show the red card at 7th minute until the speaker completes his or her speech. And for the table topics, I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes until the speaker completes his or her speech. And I will submit my report while called upon by the general evaluator at the later part of the meeting. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naveen, for pitching in the last minute. This is very helpful. For the benefit of speakers and guests, the timing signals are up there, right above the door. Just like the traffic signals, you can see the lights up there. So this is the role of tag team. And again, I, as a general evaluator, will be evaluating the whole meeting. As the Toastmaster of the day was also telling that today is the International Children's Day. Whenever we want to convey something to a kid, we have to tell it in a polite way. If we tell it in a rude way, they won't be taking whatever advice or whatever things that we tell them. So we have to tell them in a polite way, in a positive way. That's what Toastmasters evaluation also does. So here the evaluators and the evaluating team will be polite as much as possible and will give a positive feedback to you so that the speakers will be encouraged and will be encouraged to come forward in future meetings and take up speeches and words. So with this, I hand over the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Paris.
Good evening again. So now it is prepared speech segment. I would like to introduce the speaker, Toastmaster Rekha. Toastmaster Rekha is a member of Chennai Toastmaster Club for more than 7 years. That itself seems to be a very big achievement because it is for self-development. One has to have interest and dedication to continue for membership for more than 7 years. She was the president of this club as well as secretary and vice president education. She is the founder and chief trainer of Kalpataru Consulting, focusing on project management, coaching and consulting. So I request her evaluator, Toastmaster Sharath, to read out the project objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Rekha is presenting level 2 project 1. Understand your leadership style. The objectives of the project are two things. Number 1, to identify a primary leadership style or styles. Number 2, to share some aspects of our own primary leadership style or to discuss leadership styles in general. Timer, please note the timer is 5 seconds. All the best.
Toastmaster Rekha, leadership in you and me, leadership you and me, Toastmaster Rekha.
Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. The most dangerous leadership myth is leaders are born, and the genetic factor contributes to leadership. It's a nonsense. The fact is the opposite. Leaders are made and not born. These words were said by Warren. He is the American author, scholar, and organizational consultant. So what is leadership? Leadership is the ability of an individual, a group, or an organization to lead, to guide, and to influence others. Great leaders inspire others. When we think of, before that, the other factors or other attributes of leadership is planning, organizing, and facilitating. In our Toastmasters fraternity, definitely you would have experienced and seen how our ExCom team playing the role of leaders as planning, organizing, and facilitating. Whenever we hear about the word, or whenever we hear the word leadership or leaders, who comes to our mind? Sorry? Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and our current political leaders, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin, and business leaders, Ratan Tata, or other various business leaders. But when we hear the word leader or leadership, why all these personalities should cross our mind? Why not you and me? We are all leaders, and leadership is ability and skill we all carry. But just the way we handle things and manage people are different, as we have different leadership styles. When we are talking about leadership style, let me share my own leadership style. I did a survey in Toastmaster website for this project and found that I follow coaching leadership style. What is that? So coaching leadership focuses on identifying the weaknesses, strength, and motivation to help an individual grow. It focuses on collaboration, giving feedback, and focuses on development and learning. Am I following the coaching leadership always? No. In the recent years, me being in the training and coaching fraternity or the space is where my leadership style shifted to coaching leadership. But way back, at the start of my career, I was a taskmaster. I used to drive people to complete their tasks. I was focusing on tasks. I set up standards and was in full charge. So I was directing leadership style. So we saw two leadership styles. Earlier, I was following direct leadership style, and recently I have shifted to coaching leadership style. During my tenure in HP, I have seen two other leadership styles. Let me quote two of my managers. So way back when I was in HP, I had a manager called Mauli. He was following a supportive leadership style. So he never gave direct instructions. He always guided his team members once something has to be done and not what exactly has to be done. So he was more focusing on team motivation, and he was focusing on relationship rather than task. As I said, he was following a supportive leadership style. And I had another manager called Hari, and he was following a directive leadership style or delegating leadership style. So what is that? So he never gave direct instructions. So he gave authority and responsibility to his team members. And also he provided the facilities, the tools and techniques and all the support which is required for the team members to carry the job on their own. So now we saw four leadership styles. My earlier leadership style, directing leadership style, my current coaching leadership, and delegating as well as supportive leadership styles. Having said these leadership styles, what is the best leadership style? Always, situational leadership style is the best. What is situational leadership style? Among these leadership styles, depending upon the situation, the team member and the maturity of the team, you need to switch over from one leadership style to the other leadership style. Something correct done at the wrong time is always wrong. So try to select the right situational leadership. Having said this, everything evolves. You and me evolve as people, as person, as leaders. So let us take conscious effort to develop our leadership style. Having said this, success is all about growing yourself. As leaders, success is all about growing others. Let us all grow together as leaders and help others grow as well. With this, I give back the control to the TMO.
For the wonderful speech. Now we are moving into the second speech. The second speaker is Toastmaster Karthik. Toastmaster Karthik is electrical engineer by qualification. He is working in Nissan Cars, India. His interest is in athletics and also cooking. I request his evaluator, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, to read out the project with him.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Palaniswamy. Today, our Toastmaster Karthik is taking up his icebreaker speech, the first speech under Pathway Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. The duration of the speech is 4 to 5 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Karthik. Over to you, TMOD Toastmaster Swami.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Toastmaster Karthik. Change is the only constant. Change is the only constant. Toastmaster Karthik.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Karthik, standing in front of you to share the fast forward of journey of my life. So, a very great Greek philosopher once said, the only thing constant in life is change. So, I am one of the examples of it. And I'm going to share my life in a fast forward manner with 4 episodes. The first episodes, the game begins. Long ago, not very long ago, 29 years back, I was born in Chennai. So, hope everyone know about the city Chennai. It's near Mumbai. Even it's not. Visited so I was born in Chennai, but however, from the childhood, I was been in hostel. You know why? That is the name of the episode. The game begins by my astrology. So myself, my mom, and dad, we all are in the same phase of astrology. It's called Saturn. So you know, Sunny Percy. So my astrologer didn't like me from the childhood. You know the reason? Whenever he come to my home, I will just try to attack him by ball or something, because I was kid, I don't know. I didn't do it purposely. So he was very clear. So when he came to my home for the next session of the astrologist, he told myself, my mom, and dad. So we all 3 were in the face of certain Sunny Pechi. So he told, so my mom and dad is sitting here, I was sitting here. He just looking at me, your son could not be with you. Just leave him somewhere around distance from yourself. So this is not the tone I just got from him. I couldn't be able to recognize his thing, the way he pronounced, but now I can be able to recognize the thing. So at the age of 12, I was put in the hostel. So that my game begins. Then the second episode, the making of Karthik. So at the age of 12, I was joining the hostel. From the day one, I was being in the hit list. You know what is the hit list? When any incident, any tube light breakdown or any fan was broken in the hostel, the first person the warden called me, Karthik, come to me. I don't know what's happening. But once I just get into the room, I came to know that, okay, something happened somewhere else. They're just going to screw me. Okay. So this is what. So this makes me who I am. Because since more than 6 years, I completed my schoolings in hostels. So I was very close to all the stuffs. My warden, my vice warden, all the faculties. So they used to share all the thoughts. I mean, they used to share what is life. I was close to them. They used to share all the good things at the age of 12, 13, 14. Even I couldn't be able to understand why these fellows are just talking like this. But later, when I just entered into the college and career, I know, okay, those fellows just makes me go in. So basically, they just taught me 2 things when I was in schoolings. One thing is always believe in yourself, trust yourself. Anything will happen, trust yourself. Second core thing is never drink and smoke. This was the 2 things they just taught me. Still now I'm just following this.
So that was my second episode ends. So I've just been entered into my third episode. So after schooling, it was a college life. So I was being put into engineering. So I was very interested in electrical, but unfortunately, mechanical engineering likes me well. So I was been a part of mechanical engineering. So it's not like Gautam Vasudevan Menon's movie. Always you have the gang of friends, car, bike, girls. It will not work out like that. I have very 3 or 4, 5 friends. We have only 100 rupees per month. We need to run the entire month like that. 100 rupees. So you are not allowed to have any girls contacting your phone. If you have, they will send I love you and delete the message. That's it. And if you are just trying to leave them with campaign or any record of signature, they will ruin your life. So it's been a very good phase in my life. That episode name is Take It Easy. When you have area, take it easy. When you have a love failure, take it easy. We will take care in the next semester. When you have a family problem, take it easy. Whatever thing that helps me move forward. Don't take too much of things in your head. Just take it easy. That helps me more thing. From there, my third episode completed. So I just moved into my fourth episode of life. After engineering, it's obviously career. So I've been back to Chennai. So once I entered into the Chennai, I just still carried the third episode's thing. Take it easy. But it won't work well here. The reason is I just attended 2-3 interviews in some of the companies, but I couldn't be able to get through the interviews. I came to know that you want to lead that take it easy policy in the third episode. So here my fourth episode begins. Face the reality, accept the truth. So this is my fourth episode. So from this all the episodes, I just understand only thing is the never changing thing only in life is change. So change is the only thing which is very constant in life. So I'm very burdened by sharing this to you all. So I'm just signing off here. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for a wonderful speech. So on this day, World Children's Day, let us look into some numbers, some facts which are really bitter. About 360 million children around the world live in poverty. 360 million children live in poverty around the world. 1 in 7 children live in poverty in the world's richest countries. Can you imagine? We think world's richest country providing everything to everyone. 1 in 7 children live in poverty in the world's richest country. An estimated 8,500 children die every day due to malnutrition. 8,500 children in a day. About 155 million children are orphaned world over. And the last number, 1 billion children world over have multi-dimensionally poor, which is they are not having access to education, not having access to good food, healthcare, even the basic need, quality water, pure water. So these are some disturbing numbers. So let us move into the next segment, which is table topic session. To conduct the table topic, I welcome Toastmaster Naveen. Toastmaster Naveen is the current Vice President of Education. He is electrical engineer by qualification. He is the President-elect for the upcoming term. With this, I hand over the control to Toastmaster Naveen.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Palnisamy, for the warm introduction. And for the benefit of the guest, the purpose of the topics is to give explanatory and speak related to the topic simultaneously. You need to speak for minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds. So the timer will show the green card at minimum of 1 minute and the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes until you complete your speech. I would like to welcome Toastmaster Abhilash. When our signature changes to autograph, this marks their success. When our signature changes to autograph, this marks their success. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The topic seems a little outdated to me. Let me tell you why. The first thing, autographs are probably no longer in consonants, right? Today, if you want signature of any person, which has to be put in multiple papers, no more Shivaji the Boss style, right? You just go, take a stamp, take the signature, have a facsimile printed, chuck, and go. But let me tell you what this topic brings to mind for me. When your sign becomes an autograph, that is a mark of your success. To me, this topic seems a little worldly and a little material. Because to measure the rate of your success by the number of autographs that you give is perhaps at the most an external value for success. For me, success is more internal. For you, you have certain goals in your life, and if you achieve them, no matter what others say around you, if you feel you have achieved them, that in essence is the true mark of success. To me, success is not the number of autographs that you give, but success is defined by the internal beliefs that you have. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Mr. Abhilash, for the wonderful speech. I would like to call Toastmaster Lakshmi. Topic will be never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. Never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. Okay.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Naveen, the wonderful quote. Never be a prisoner of your past. It's not a life lesson. That's true. I agree with you because some people, if we go on the past, we still remember the past. So we need to forget past most of the times, but not always. Yes. I believe past is the experience we have. Maybe we need to take the good from the past. That's the best part of the experience. The best example I could say is whatever learned in the school is the ABCD, whatever fundamentals. That's the past. I can't forget those past. I need to keep remembering those lessons to continue my education, whatever. That's why I'm able to speak now. So the idea is that we need to remember good things in the past, okay, and good things could be the lessons learned from the past. So I don't want to take anything like bad out of any revenge or any negativity out of it. All that we need to learn from the past is experience. We are evolving each day, every day by day. We don't want to stay like a kid. We need to evolve. We need to mature. As we grow older and older, we learn a lot of things. So one best example, always people say, don't get married, but you have to get married and you have to learn from this experience. So past will be there. We have to learn good lessons out of the past. Don't escape from the past. Don't keep remembering bad memories of the past. Keep remembering experiences, lessons learned, and have good memories from the past. So that is very, very important. Like what we do today, we'll have good memories tomorrow as well. Thank you and over to you.
Now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Srikanth Krishna. Your topic will be creativity is seeing the same thing but thinking differently. Creativity is seeing the same thing but thinking differently. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master. Albert Einstein, I remember reading one of his very famous books that he had written, or famous quotes that he had given us. When you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. It literally means that how we see things is how we get things in our life. Like, for example, if we see this world as a place which is filled with hatred, anger, and all kind of negative attitudes, and that is exactly what is going to create it for us in our life. So we need to have an idea of how we think, how we see things in our life, which means if we think about the positivity and all the good things that is happening around us, we are going to have a world which is going to be a very beautiful place for all of us to live. Because if you see, it is only the human being which seems to be the highest creation of the creator, which is complaining and making things difficult for other things in this nature. You can never find a creature in this creation apart from human being who is complaining and making a lot of noise about things going around. A tree is, for an example, even if you cut the branch or the stem or the trunk of a tree, a few days later, you can see shoots coming out. It never complains. It still wants to give the best for the person who is going to stand under it on a summer or on a sunny day. So this is the attitude that we need to cultivate. We need to have an attitude of giving things and also sharing things with others so that we live in a place where we and we live in harmony with. So this is my little take on the topic that you have given. So the world is a better place for a person who sees things differently and sees it in a positive way. Thank you very much, and back to you, Naveed.
Speak. And any guest willing to take a topic? You have to dream before your dreams can come true. You have to dream before your dreams can come true.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and good evening, dear guests. I'm Deepak, and I'm currently working in a BPO called Chai System. Can you repeat the topic again?
You have to dream before your dreams can come true.
You have to dream becomes true. When the dream becomes true. Okay, first of all, I dreamt to become a chef. Okay, and before becoming a chef or joining a hotel management, I didn't know what is a chef and what was it and where was it. Okay, and then I came to know when I entered SRM, it is entirely different scenario. And then once I stepped in 2018, and I but it was an entirely different experience. I need to know about all the things. Then by end of 2019, I was in a training session, and this was like what to say. This was like how to say it is like when the people. It was like a very bad phase of my time during the training, and after that I came to know, okay, hotel management is just only about it is about whole hotel. It is not about only one particular thing. By the last year end. So now I have come to know it. So we need to dream before what we are doing, and then we need to execute it, and we need to work on it. Thank you so much.
Any guests willing to take? Your topic. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much.
This reminds me of the days I crossed the Johannesburg airport. Normally they say if you have to travel far, you have to go together. And if you're going to be on your own, somewhere or the other, you may lose track. Not just that you lose track, it can also be that sometimes you don't have the encouragement to keep going on and on. So it is always good if you have a very good companion who's very compatible with you, and if you could travel together. So the farther you want to go, I would say first take some time to identify the right person with whom you can do the travel all the way along. And this particular quote, which I have seen in the Johannesburg airport, every time I cross, I just stand for a minute and I used to go through this. Because even though I have passed through that airport several times, not even one time I have not passed by that. I used to just stand for a minute and I used to take a look at. So much me, because I do have some very good friends who have helped me all the way, because of whom I am today. So I would like to also thank all these people at this juncture for bringing me to this position where I am today. So together we travel, we are able to make it fun.
Guest Aarti, and any guest? Samit? The topic, teamwork divides the task and double the success. Teamwork divides the task and double the success.
Good evening once again. So the topic that Toastmasters Naveen gave me is something which is very wonderful, because teamwork will take you somewhere where you wanted to reach, but you cannot reach that place. For an example, I'm working in the sector where we have to work together as a team. Then only we can achieve success. We have various tasks. One person cannot do that all the tasks. We have to have a team, and there should be a leader who can drive that particular team and achieve that particular goal. So teamwork is very essential to achieve any kind of a goal, be it a small goal or be it a large or big goal. We have to go together. So a small forum like this, Toastmasters Club, or a country like India, where so many people are there, so alone cannot achieve any goal. So we have to grow together. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Anyone interested to take it up? Topic, a single arrow is easily broken, but not 10 in a bundle. A single arrow is easily broken, but not 10 in a bundle.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Madhu Lekha here. So I basically work in a human resource department. So I would take this opportunity to upscale myself in a career. So definitely this is a start point, I believe. Going back to the topic, I feel definitely it is correlated to whatever the discussions happen in terms of the team efforts or the leadership skills, everything. It is combined together over here. Definitely definitely as an organization we have a common goal, right? So each and every employee, right from the housekeeping to the ground level employees to the top level people, everyone wants to see that fire in them, and they completely focus towards that one particular thing to achieve. Definitely being a CEO or being the visionary of a company alone cannot achieve that target. So definitely each and every single person, every single individual inside the company, as a company or as a group or as a brand, so that shows like how soon we can achieve the target, whether it could be 5 years or 10 years. So that shows the spirit inside the company, and that will bring the brand to the next level. Yeah, thank you.
This comes to the end of our table topic session. I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Policy.
Thank you, table topic master. So the disturbing numbers, particularly 1 in 7 children in the richest country or in poverty, tells us the question is not whether people have enough to help others. The real question is what we do with what we have. So people, even though have enough, not everyone is helping. So it is not only we need to learn helping others, we also need to educate our children that they, in the future, they need to help others. I would like to share my personal experience. Few years ago, I started in a small way to help orphan children. Not very frequently, but I chose few days in a year. One is my grandma's anniversary and our wedding anniversary, as well as my son's birthday. So we visit a home and feed the children. So we previously inform the place to make the food, and we go there, serve the children, and also we have the food there. Because the way I grown up, I know the difficulties. But the way my son is growing up, he is not aware of the financial difficulties and all. And some people have different opinion about, if you are going with, if you are going and helping others, probably the children will get a superiority complex. It is not about developing a superiority complex to the children. It is the perspective in which we are helping will create a superiority complex, or it will create a lesson. I am not bringing my son to that place to develop a superiority complex, because whatever he asks, it needs to be fulfilled immediately. He bought a magic box which consists of a few plastic pieces which costed about 2,500 rupees. And with 2,500 rupees, we were able to feed 100 children. So I correlated. Can you relate your magic box and relate the ability of 2,500 rupees which can feed 100 children? So it is the perspective in which we explain to the children will make either superiority complex or an educational, they can get informed well. So with this kind of habits, if we develop, I believe not immediately, in the long term, we can have solution for such problem. So with this, I request General Evaluator to take over the next session, which is evaluation session.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Pariswamy. So now we will begin the evaluation segment, and we will start with the speech evaluations. As you all heard, our first speaker was Toastmaster Rekha. To evaluate her speech, we have Toastmaster Sarat. Before I call him, a short introduction about him. IIT Madras. He has been a Toastmaster for 4+ years, and he is a fitness freak, as you can see him. Over to you, Toastmaster Sarat.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So let's pitch into the evaluation of Toastmaster Rekha. Toastmaster Rekha, first I would like to tell what I like in your speech. First commendation and move on to the recommendation. The first part which I like in your speech is the originality. All the instances that you shared was truly original, which happened in your life. It was not just a report of what leadership style is. That's the first part. The second part is the organization. The way you organize your speech. You open your speech with breaking the myth, and then told about what is leadership, attributes of a leader, and slowly moved to the 4 styles. And finally, beautifully you told, it's not this style, that style better. The best one is the situational adaptability of each leadership style, which was a beautiful takeaway from the speech, which I had personally, I hope everyone will have. And the third thing which I like about the speech is the open hand gestures. Right when you started your speech, I noticed the first that I wrote in my note, open hand gestures, because it was so open, and that is, I am seeing it as a very positive point in you, in your way of communication. It's not like someone is standing here and giving a speech. It's like someone standing here and talking to me, and that's the plus point I have noticed, that open hand gestures. Apart from that, you also had audience interaction. Usually, this type of speech don't have audience interaction kind of a report, but you had audience interaction. You are calm and composed, beautifully done. Moving on to the recommendation part, I have three recommendations which I observed. First is intro about leadership style. We have few guests over here who don't know about what are the four leadership styles, and few Toastmasters who are very new who don't know about four leadership styles. Maybe we could have told what are the four leadership styles in the beginning, and then move on to direct supportive, delegative coaching. It would have been better. And number two is you told coaching, you are a coaching style leadership currently following. Previously, you were directing style. And it would have been better why you changed from directive to coaching. What made you to change? That part, if it is there, it would have been much better. And the third part is the stage usage. You could have used the stage. The body language from this part is beautiful, but if you could have used the whole stage at each position, it would have been much better. To some, it was an original speech, beautifully organized and open and cautious, audience interaction, beautiful. Just to do it better, we could have introduced about various leadership styles and little explanation about why you change your leadership style from one to another, and more stages would have been made it a great. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Over to you.
For the constructive feedback. Next, to evaluate our second speaker, Toastmaster Karthik, we have Toastmaster Nagendra Badi, who has joined us online. So before I call him, he's a retired manager, but he is still young at heart. Even though he's an experienced Toastmaster, he humbly says he's asking to become a public speaker in English. With this introduction, over to you, Toastmaster Nagendra Badi.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Yuvraj. It is a great pleasure for me to watch our Toastmaster Karthik delivering his introductory speech in a beautiful way. The structure of the speech with the introduction connecting to the title, and then with the body of the speech with four from astrology to psychology to take it easy to take it serious, and then ending again with the same title, connecting to the same title. Very well structured speech, Toastmaster Karthik. Congratulate for that. And then his body language, it was not as if he's delivering his first speech. He moved on the stage very comfortably. His body language was interesting to watch. With his smiling face, I am seeing Toastmaster Palaniswamy in his smiling speech. That is a great thing when we speak. But generally, we will be thinking about some topic, some subject, and the smiling we might forget. But throughout the speech, he was maintaining that smiling face. It is a great thing. Continue that. And then the humor. Each and every chapter, he spilled a bit of humor into that speech. And he talked about the school. He talked about the warden and other teachers, explaining him about the life. He's a schoolboy. When he is hearing the philosophy about life, he was wondering, what is this? Why they are all talking to this to me? So that was a great humor. I enjoyed that humor very much. And then coming to the college life, as usual, the girlfriends and all those things, he has brought all those things into that speech. That was also wonderful. I liked that very much. The organization, the body language, the smiling face, and then the humor, all made this a great speech. Coming to recommendation, I could see that he was always keeping his fingers like this most of the time. Maybe if he let the hands move freely, throw them away, the ideas will also flow very freely. That is the only recommendation I would like to give it to him. Otherwise, it was a great introductory speech with a lot of humor. Enjoyed that very well. He can definitely brag about himself in his friend circle that he completed this first speech in a great way. All the best, Toastmaster Karthik. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Yuvaraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narayan for the clap. This we have completed the each evaluations. Now we move to the tacting report. So first to provide the timers report, we have Toastmaster Renuka join us back on. Toastmaster Renuka, can you hear us?
I'm here, I can hear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Toastmaster Renuka.
For SSA, good evening, everybody. I'm the timer of the day, and for SSA, Toastmaster Parniswamy has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. For PO, Toastmaster Lakshminarayana has taken 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Parniswamy has taken 2 minutes 40 seconds. General Evaluator Toastmaster Yuvaraj has taken 3 minutes 20 seconds. TMOD again, he has taken 1 minute 5 seconds for explaining the evaluation session. And Toastmaster, the first evaluator in the introduction to the evaluation session, Toastmaster Sharath has taken 38 seconds, where speaker 1, Toastmaster Rekha has taken 6 minutes 30 seconds. The second speaker, Toastmaster Karthik, has taken 5 minutes 14 seconds. In the table topic sessions, Toastmaster Abhilash has taken 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana 1 minute 21 seconds. Toastmaster Shrikant Kutikrishnan has taken 2 minutes 6 seconds. And next 3 guest speakers, Karthik 1 minute 23 seconds, Aarti 1 minute 7 seconds, and Samit 1 minute exactly. And guest Mathu Rekha has consumed 1 minute 20 seconds. In the evaluation session, the first evaluator, Toastmaster Sharath, has taken 2 minutes 45 seconds, and Toastmaster Nahendra Bharti for the evaluation of the second speaker, Toastmaster Karthik, he has taken 2 minutes 50 seconds. So I hereby have submitted my timer report. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renuka, for the detailed report despite having the technical issues in between. And thank you, Toastmaster Navin, for offering to do the role of the timer when there was a connectivity issue. So with this, like all the preferred speakers, table topic speakers, and the evaluators are qualified for voting. Would have got a voting ballot like this. You can vote for the best speaker, best evaluator, and best TV speaker. Now we will move on to the R-counter report. To provide the R-counter report, please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Lakshminarayan.
Toastmaster Yuvaraj. Here I am to present the R-counter report. To begin with, let me congratulate Toastmaster Rekha and Toastmaster Abhilash for the flawless. Probably I didn't note any nums. Let me go with my report to what order I found. So Toastmaster Parniswamy had altogether had 3 plus hours and 3 plus so together. And I'm saying from right from the beginning to the whatever Toastmaster body speeches he made. And Toastmaster Karthik had 3 plus so. And Toastmaster myself I had 3 plus hours. And guest Deepak had 3 plus hours and 3 plus and guest Ati had 3 plus so, and guest Sami has 2 hours and 2 so. Guest Madhuleka had 3 plus hours and 2 so, and Toastmaster Sarat had 2 plus hours and 2 repeated words. And that's it from my side and over to you, delivered.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshminarayan, for the first report. Now we will go on to the third role player, the tag team, that's the grammarian. So to provide the grammarian report, please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. A very warm good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and their guests. It is time for me to submit my grammarian report for the day. The presiding officer, one word that caught my attention that was sanitation. He tried to connect it to the tables on that. Toastmaster of the day, a few good words and phrases that I observed were malnutrition, which means poorly fed. The second thing was, we have all heard of inferiority complexes, but today the Toastmaster of the day told us something called superiority complexes. That was interesting. Next, moving on to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Raj. A beautiful phrase, pitching in at the last moment. I love the use of that phrase. Moving on to our prepared speakers, Toastmaster Rekha used this particular two-word phrase called leadership myth. So, to those of us who don't know what a myth is something which, something of a lie, which is perceived to be true. Though. The next thing that I learned about Toastmaster Rekha was she used refrain, the figure of speech called refrain, repeatedly. And then she asked, so that was another beautiful figure of speech that I observed in her. Moving on, let me go to Toastmaster Karthik. Toastmaster Karthik, one beautiful phrase that he used was always believe in yourself and face the reality. And one beautiful figure of speech again I observed was refrain or repeat. Love, take it easy. College earlier, take it easy. Family problem, take it easy. That was a beautiful example of a refrain that used. Now coming to table topics, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, lessons learned from the past was one beautiful phrase. Toastmaster Shrikant, change the way you look at things and the things you look at will change. That was again a beautiful quote that he provided from Albert Einstein. And then guest Aarti, it means so much to me. That was a very repeated phrase and I felt it was beautiful to see how she emphasized on that. Then guest Samir, drive the team. That was a beautiful quote that you used. And coming to evaluators, Toastmaster Sharad, beautifully, that was one word that you used repeatedly. And Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, enthusiastic was one word I liked, and the second phrase filled a bit of humor here and there. So these were the good usages. Now coming to where we could improve, I have a few pointers for all of us. The first thing is, whenever you come on stage and deliver a sentence, make sure you complete it fully before moving to the next sentence. You know, when the word comes out of your mouth, your mind is already thinking on the next sentence, and in that hurry, often you move to the next sentence without completing the first sentence. Like, this was one example that I had. One sentence started with how many of you, and then I don't know what came across the speaker's mind. So the sentence was forgotten halfway. The second thing that I wanted to say is never use myself. Myself is a very wrong usage. Always use I. He, she, and I. No he, she, and myself. Always use I. I is the correct person to use. And finally, one final pointer is when you come on stage, always don't use abbreviations. You use couldn't, hasn't, say it as could not, has not. That is the correct way when you come and speak. The abbreviations are for written form and not for the original for the speech form. And these were the pointers that I felt I had to make today. This back to you, Mr. General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash, for the detailed evaluation report. I could feel English class happening right here. So with this, we have come to the end of the tag team report as well. Now you can vote for the best tag team, best tag role player. Yeah. So timer, our counter, the value, whoever you thought played the role best, and you can vote for them, and also the best role player.
I'm not sure of the name, just mention the.
Okay, now with this, we'll come to the general evaluator report. So the meeting started late by 5 minutes, but despite that, we are on time. In fact, we are ahead of time. Even though we started late, the time was managed well by cutting short time here and there, especially in table topic sessions. So that we can reach on time. So even though we started late, we are on track right now. So that's a good thing. So once the sergeant at arms came, he explained the presiding officer, and the presiding officer was speaking about the International Men's Day and the toilet. So these were things that we were seeing in social media yesterday. So we are able to relate to whatever the presiding officer was saying. And then the Toastmaster of the day, he set the stage for the meeting, and he was also talking about an important day that we are observing today, that is International Children's Day. So when he was speaking about this particular thing, International Children's Day, he gave a lot of facts, data. Those were like alarming facts, which were very shocking to all of us. Just one thing here, whenever we give a lot of numbers, a lot of data, it's difficult for the audience to digest everything. So say, for example, one stat was that like this 8,500 kids died per year, right? If I haven't noted it in my note, I would have forgotten it. The other way to put this, in this 1 hour of Toastmasters are dying across the world. That way it would get the attention of the speaker, and they can easily recollect the numbers. So that's one thing. Whenever for any speaker, whenever we give out stats or numbers, it's better to cut down a bit of numbers and then make it easy for the audience to digest it. And then the prepared speakers both were really good, especially first speaker Toastmaster Rekha. I wanted someone to speak about this project because my next project is there. So I was able to get a lot of hints and facts about the project, how to do that project. So that was helpful. And icebreaker speaker Toastmaster Karthik. It was really good to see an icebreaking speech properly structured in a great way, like 4 episodes. I'm looking forward to the season 2. That's your next speech. And moving on to the table topic session. So here the topics were really easy in such way that the guests were coming forward to attempt the speeches. And mainly he was calling the experienced Toastmasters in the beginning so that the guests can get an idea of how to attempt a table topic. So that's kudos. That's a good thing to do. And just one quick suggestion is when the initial guests were called, you could have asked them their names. So they get to spend a few seconds in the stage. Just to break the ice, you could have asked their name, and also for the tapping to note down the name. So that's one big suggestion there. So yeah, that's it from my side, and also kudos to the tag team report, especially Toastmaster Naveen for pitching in at the last moment, and Toastmaster Renuka, despite the technical issues, she managed to capture all the timing details. And thanks to Toastmaster Abhilash for also pitching in at the last moment. With this, I hand over the control back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuvraj. It was really a wonderful meeting as well as very good general evaluation. And thank you to the English teacher, Toastmaster Abhilash, for the wonderful grammarian report. Helping the underprivileged children. People find innovative ways to help. I want to share one incident which really touched me. A young couple, a boy and girl, they decided to get married in Bangalore probably 3-4 years ago. And there, in terms of money they can spend, but they decided not to spend lavishly, not to waste money. What they did was really amazing. They visited few orphan homes and invited all the orphan children. I'm not sure about the numbers, but it is about few hundred. So like a normal marriage, they book the hall, they arrange the marriage. Apart from the very close relative of these two, the boy and girl, very close relatives, like probably 50 people. Rest all are these orphan children. They invited them Not only they were served with food, they also given some small gifts to the children. So we can also find a way to help others. And even it can be a small thing, once in a year also fine. But to make it as a commitment, we have to choose in a committed way. It should not be in a random way. We can choose a particular day. It can be our parents' birthday or our children's birthday. That way we will commit to it. If we do randomly, probably like some of the Toastmasters, we join its intention to improve our communication skills, but we also develop kind of excuse not to attend regularly. So, but if we commit, if we respect the person, probably on particular birthday, if we choose to help, then we will keep on doing it. So let us help the underprivileged children. Let us make the world a better place. With this, I hand over the proceeding to our proceeding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sami, for handling this meeting throughout. With a good theme message for once again, good evening, everyone. To begin with, like we had, I want to thank all the people who came in, Yoraj for pitching in, accepting, and thanks for being in the physical meeting, because rather than choosing online, came for physical. That's much appreciated. And for all the guests. So before that, I just want to say I want to thank once again Toastmaster Sami for motivating us or pushing us to do something to the children of need. We may have find some excuses, but he is giving some excuses to go and help kids. A lot of options he gave. Let's see, it's individual choice to pick up those things. But anyway, his speech was overall very motivating throughout Toastmasters. You could consider it as a prepared speech as well in the future time. And also table topic master Naveen for wonderful topics. So as you mentioned, as I mentioned, it was more welcoming. It was easy for even the guests to come and speak in front. I'm sure they will get the feedback from them very soon. And overall, we had wonderful speeches, one from Rekha ma'am. As G mentioned, even I was looking at the speech because I need one project in that. That's where I'm looking at this. And also an icebreaker. It was like a humorous speech. Probably you should have contested for humorous speech as well. Yes, yeah. So that is what we are like bring in. Karthik Adivan, in fact. So it's customary to recognize the first speech, the icebreaker speech by any members. We have to give a standing ovation to them, and we will, so that he will sit in front. Probably we can ask him. So you feel more motivated, right? So people can join Toastmasters and start with the icebreaker speech. So maybe I just want to have feedback from the guests. Let me start from the newcomer. Name Adulika, right? No, we had the introduction. You can come over here and give your experience about this meeting and any suggestions and feedback about this meeting. You can come here so that
nothing much of a suggestion because this is my first time standing here and talking something from the Toastmaster side. Definitely, admiring about like people who wants to grow up their own. They want to break their own milestone and go into the next level of progress in their life. Definitely, this is going to be a right platform to achieve something, and it will hinder the self, what to say, it will really give the privilege of getting that, achievement, self-achievement kind of, yeah, definitely, that's it,
This is your first time?
yeah, first time.
Okay, you can give your session feedback for this one.
So thank you so much for this opportunity. I thoroughly enjoyed this session. Every one of you, your roles really took me back, and you were all playing it to your best. So today you have done your roles very well. Give a pat for yourself, whatever role you've done, you've done very well. And I like the way the meeting went. So it was very good. And just few pointers which I thought perhaps I could share. It's just a suggestion, okay? So a constructive feedback, I would say. One thing what I could just share is when we were having our meetings in back in Botswana, like normally the evaluation, what we try to do is there used to be around 4 to 5 speeches on a day. And after that, the evaluators, along with the general evaluator, they go separately for maybe a 5-minute or a 10-minute break, while the rest of the people socialize or they go for a few, whatever it is. These people, they discuss and then the evaluation report is shared. I don't know how it is done here, but because what happens, even the ones who are playing the evaluatory role, they could be in their very level. Though they might have watched others sharing their ideas and all of that, but still it could be their own first evaluation report or something. And we are giving this as a comment to somebody. They would have taken all their time to prepare that speech and come here and stand in front of you and talk. So that way, it is important that we need to give them constructive feedback, as I could see most of you sandwiched it so nicely with both objective as well as recommendations and kind of thing. So that was one small suggestion which I had. So that what happens when 3 or 4 evaluators go together and they discuss, everyone share about, okay, maybe this is the first person speech. So do you have something which you want to add on to whatever I have written down? So that way, then it is all conciled together and then they share it. This was one practice we followed. I don't know if that is what is happening around here or it's just a suggestion which I want to share. And the other thing was including me, word of the day. We all totally forgot about that brag. So now we need to brag about it. So that is why I'm putting it across in this forum. Because this we also always normally when we try to do some role, we get so focused onto that we primarily lose track. And there are some prepared speeches, the speakers, what they try to do, they'll forget till the end. And at the end, they will remember, okay, I have to use this word somewhere. And they will use it in a very long context. At least here, none of you did that way. But that is one thing I think I was actually use this, but I never used it. So it happens with everyone here. So maybe we can all cultivate that where we try and use the word of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. With respect to word of the day, yes. But with respect to evaluator, we follow the way of one person because we see his judgment is good because nobody is perfect. Even for the World Championship public speaking, the first winner also can be evaluated. For him also, we can give 2 good points and 2 suggestions also. That's everything is every speech has to be there. There has to be suggestions and improvements as well. So what we do is only one person will evaluate. He will look at it because he is the one who is observing the speech. Maybe not everyone is going to observe. The other speaker will observe the speaker. Just in case if he does something wrong, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Just we need some improvements. So the general evaluator will observe it. That's why general evaluator is doing it. So today it went on well, I suppose. That's the style we follow here.
All the evaluators did a great job. So it is not something towards the evaluator. It was a practice which we followed. So I thought maybe I can share it along.
Thank you so much. We can touch this for future speech. Definitely. I'm just letting you know the rules we follow. Thank you so much. And you want to share any feedback?
No.
Do you want to?
Not feedback, but maybe.
Yeah.
Hi guys. So today being the first time that I'm here at Toastmasters ever, I didn't know what to expect, but it was really a pleasure to be here, very happy to be here because as we started off with, come here to learn and then so many different things. I had all of this in the back of my mind, like doing good and so on and so forth, like even an orphanage and so many people, so many kids in poverty and so on and so forth. It was all there at the back of my mind, but never put down on the paper. Generally, they say you write down your stuff, you journal everything, so that helps you make you, like you keep everything, gets you to move forward. So today was fantastic for I brag that I've come here for the first time, and it's great learning, and I'm definitely going to have a chat with Aruni and get some more information from him about the offerings that we have. And I'm looking forward to meeting every one of you and seeing where I can go with this and us together as well.
You have to contact the UP membership Sarath here, who will help us in including the membership. Because as a guest, you'll be doing only the topics, and when you become a member, you will get this kind of applause. You'll be getting applause for my biggest speech. There are a lot of advantages of being a member of the Toastmasters Club. And last but not least, can you give me sessions? No, just wherever you're comfortable.
So I cannot presentation, but it's kind of.
Did you enjoy this meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
because the one thing I like about this meeting is, and this Toastmaster Club is the kind of opportunity and the kind of place that you provided to the guest Toastmasters. And we live in Mumbai. It was not a very long time I have been the Toastmaster Club. I'm not very active, but in here the time that you given to the guests is very very good, and I think guests should be under your listening. So this is what I want to give feedback, and this is the great club I will have. So I will get in touch with staff and plan. Thank you so much.
I think we have a guest here. I mean, Askar. Yeah. Hi, Askar. How are you doing? You're on mute.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Askar. I am working as a project engineer, currently residing in Singapore. I'm joining Toastmaster second time as a guest to enhance my English speaking. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So now it's time to announce the results. Let me begin with the other two roles. I'll announce it later. Let me start with the best role player today. The best role player among the Toastmaster of the Day, Table Topic Master, and Gender Identity Place or Toastmaster of the Day. And best evaluator today, between the two evaluators, Toastmaster Sarath. Okay. So I'll come back to the DT speaker. the best tag player today among the timer, accounter, and grammarian Toastmaster. And you will wait for more. The best table topic speaker today again. It's again Toastmaster. The last but not the least, the best speaker among the two speakers is the one who gave a humorous speech in the icebreaker. So these are the rewards you get when you perform on them. Toastmasters, I think, is going to be motivation for you guys. So once again, I repeat, if you want to know about membership, please contact Toastmasters, or if you want, you can attend one more time as a guest and make a decision. And with that, we are coming to the end of the meeting. I formally adjourn the meeting to the next week, same time. Thank you. So can you please turn on your camera so that we get a group photo? You can stop the recording. Yes.